Hello from Creative Solace Studios. My name is Kathleen Arola-Johnson, and today we will be working on an art journal page with 5 supplies in approximately 5 minutes. The page that was finished before this one has a lot of oozing, abstract, mingling paint. And so I want to counterbalance that with some more crisp, clean designs on the right-hand side of the page today, not a painterly type of design next to it, but I am coordinating the colors. So you can take that into consideration if you are also working in an art journal with 2 pages side by side. The 5 supplies that we will be using are scrapbook paper. I have some Tim Holtz paper stash, and this paper happens to be double-sided. So I am going to make use of having 2 different designs from the same paper. One piece is fitting on the art journal over halfway across and cutting it, and the other 2 are narrower. After that, we will be using some yarn, maybe 7 inches. You can always trim it if it's longer. The 2 pins are black Uniposca and white Uniball Signo. At the end, we'll be adding some golden acrylics mica flakes. Here's the sample on here, and that will add some sparkle to our finished project. Those are the 5 supplies. The tools will also be scissors, hole punch, and glue. Settle into your creative space. If you have these supplies, assemble them and follow along. If not, you can watch this and come back to your creative space later. Also check out the other videos in this series for the rest of the book. I will start by gluing down the large piece of scrapbook paper. And when choosing how to cut your paper, consider the design. I purposely wanted these letters to show up in my project. Before I move along any further, I am going to take this long piece and fold it in half lengthwise. This is more of a cardstock weight of paper, so it is a little bit stiff when folding it, and it's skinny, so I'm doing my best to fold that one in half. I want to put some of the Posca paint marker on here and let it dry for a bit while I'm doing the other parts of this page. I'm creasing it either with my hands or the edge of a scissors for a nice fold. I'm taking the black Posca and I'm making a black bar basically that's colored in. On the outside of this, it's going to be a little tag that will fit inside of a pocket. So I am blocking out this rectangle, and I want that to dry before writing on top of it. I will do it also, careful not to smear that, but I'm going to do it on the inside here, similarly to the outside. We are almost halfway done with our time already. It's amazing how fast it works. So I am trying to go fast and get that drying. Setting that aside, I am now folding over and creasing this edge of the page, I am going to glue the smaller strip on top of it. I'm working on making our pocket for the tag right here, and I want a torn edge at the top, so I'm tearing that piece, then cutting off the excess. When I am gluing down the pocket, I am putting glue underneath this edge and that edge so I can still slide a tag in and out of it. I'm being careful not to get that glue in the middle because I want to fit our tag inside of there. While I'm working on the tag, I'm going to put that on there to hold it down and anchor that glue, get it to glue a little bit more neatly. I'm now taking the tag that we had started. It's still wet, so I'm being careful. Depending on the size of your hole punch, I'm on the inside of the tag. You might do one hole punch, or like me, you might want to punch 2 or 3 holes together to make it bigger so the yarn fits in, because I decided I wanted more than one strip of yarn. I am threading the yarn through there, and I'm seeing that we are in our last 10 seconds before the timer goes off, but we will continue the process a few seconds longer. There's 5 minutes, zeroing out that timer, pulling the rest of our yarn through the loop to make a fun tag. When this is inside of here, it will be sticking out a bit, so I'll cut the yarn off at approximately that point. I am hesitant to write on this yet because it's still wet, so I'm going to pretend that that's in there and go on to the mica flakes. There is a gluey adhesive paste already built into them. So how much, where do I want to put it? I'm thinking up here, we'll get some sparkle going, and then maybe down there as well. The reason why I'm trying to wait for that Posca to dry is because I'm going to write with white on top of it, and I don't want it to smear. The inside is drier than the outside, so I'm going to the inside first. I do like to make sure that the tip of this is cleaned off and ready to write, because sometimes it can get a little clogged on there. So the second part of our words for the inside here, you can write whatever you want, but I am writing, oh, and it's still a little wet. Can you see how that doesn't write clearly? I'm gonna pause the video for a minute or two, let this dry out before I write on top of it. I didn't quite make the 5 minutes, but the gesture was there that we're going for 5 minutes in this project. I don't think I actually need time for it to dry longer. This pen is running out. There's no more white ink in that one, so I pulled out a new fresh white pen. The reason why I set about on these 5-minute videos is because sometimes people need something bite-sized, doable, not a huge big project to jump into to get them interested in things. So if you're looking for something longer, you can look at my other offerings. But if you just want to start out and get a taste of things, that's what this journal is all about. So the inside words are "and sparkle." The page across from it is a snowflake that also kind of turned mandala-ish. So I've got that reference over here, being careful not to smear that. This is the front. The words are sizzle and sparkle because the page across from this, it's summer right now, but I was referencing a winter snowflake. So sizzle for the summer and sparkle for the winter. That is our 5 minutes approximately art journal page. And when this writing dries, I will slip this, fold it in half, and slip it inside that pocket. Hope you're having a great day and doing something artistic in every day.